warm-up starts with a tiny amount of jumping around. Then I'll do some stretching, some power work, and then I will deliver a lesson based on some techniques, which we will explore some techniques and some positions, and then we will do some combinations just to do a bit of workout, and then we do the cool down. Our typical lesson is an hour and a half on a Tuesday and a Thursday, and it's 2 hours on a Sunday. So we usually spend about 20 minutes on a Sunday, half an hour on Tuesday and Thursday, back and forth doing this warm-up. That helps us to get ready, to stress the muscles, to prepare the whole body to do the rest of the training, to avoid having bad surprises like you're not warmed up properly, you try a kick and you strain or worse for muscles. So it's very important to get the warm-up done. I do a fair amount of stretching in every warm-up because the way I train, as I'm no longer competing, my only training for kickboxing is the lessons I run. So all the stretching, all the power work is all I do for that. I do some work in the gym. So this movement, somebody was asking, how do you do it? It's very simple. You start with open and close, then you start moving the legs back and forth so that when you're closing the legs, they actually overlap, and then you do a single jump, and you manage to do this. Now, keep running on the spot, roll your shoulders backward, just get your shoulder blades squeezing against each other. Nice and complete movement, very important. Then you move the same forward, this time you squeeze your pectorals in front. Yes, then you do the same with your fully extended arms. Rotation of the arms backward and forward. Open and close the arms, alternating the height. So, right below, right above, right below, right above. Okay, neck. Nice. Now we're going to do a bit of work with the squeezing the fingers. So you open and close your hands quite powerfully, not just go like this. Whatever you do, try to do it properly. There's no point doing things halfway. Just do it properly. Hands up. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And this. And rolling forward. Okay, roll, shake your hands. Good. Do a bit of rotation of the wrists. Same for the other side. Bit of stretch this way. You point your thumb behind the hand and stretch. You feel the stretching here. Same on the other side. Now we stretch the arms this way and the other side. Good. Okay, so if you've been following me or if you didn't, you can always go back to every session I've run since the 22nd of March. There has been, apart from Easter Day, Sunday, which I didn't do a session, but I've been doing every Sunday, Tuesday and Thursday, which are normally the lessons we run at Carriage. The sparring session on a Monday, we run it at North Cambridge Academy. It's a bit difficult to replicate because sparring requires at least 2 people. So everything I do here is on my own. Obviously for the self-isolation and social distancing which have been imposed by the government to contain the spread of the COVID-19 coronavirus. So let's keep it this way, let's keep training on our own, but at least we keep ourselves in decent shape, not necessarily in excellent shape. There are lots of exercises that would be nice to do with a partner, but it's difficult in this situation, but there is a lot that can be done on your own. And if you keep training, then when you go back training, you're not gonna find yourself, oh my god, I'm out of shape. Good. Now I'm turning so you can see what I'm doing. My feet turn inward, i.e. the toes are pointing to each other, so if I could draw a line from my toes, the lines would meet maybe half a meter in front of me. From this position I'm lowering myself down with the aim of touching with the hands on the floor. Now you can see I've been without stretching for a few days, so the first moment I do this I am a bit stiff, but that doesn't mean I won't be able to do it in a few minutes. So the key point is relaxing. Relax the muscles, relax here, and then bring the hands on the floor. If you can bring the hands on the floor, that's great. If you cannot, just hang. Okay, now from here, bend the feet, and again, down. Very important, try to touch with your hands on the floor. In fact, if you feel very flexible, you can even try standing on a little step and try to do that even further down. Good. Relax and shake your hand, shake your legs a bit. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we open up the position. We're going to stretch these muscles here. These are the internal abductors of the rear leg. So this leg is sideways, this leg is pointing forward. So this allows me to bend this knee, keep the head up and stretch here. And change. Bend the knee. And change. All these exercises, I like to do them at least a couple of times per side, so that the first one is a kind of a little attempt. Second one is the one where I try to get a bit extra performance, a bit extra stretch. Now, from this position, open up the position here, cross your arms, stretch. Again, once more, the idea is to bring the elbows to touch the floor. I mean, some of you might be super flexible, some of you might be up here. But if you are, just relax, just let gravity pull down. You should feel the stretching here on your lower back, on your upper back, the legs, the calves, everything stretches. Good. Now from this position, hands on the floor and stretch. So bring the weight forward, push back, forward, push back. I'll turn sideways so you can see me better. From here, forward and back. And now I shift the weight forward and arch my back. Head up, relax. And change. Now one hand on the floor, this position, stretch. This is a variation. I mean, you can hand the hand here, up, here, and change leg. And down. Good. Sit on the heels. Nice and comfortable sitting here. If this hurts, obviously you can't push it. You have to gently allow this to happen. Relax. Good. Now we're gonna stretch one leg at a time. So I put one leg up, out, this way, sit on this foot, stretch. Good. Now change leg. This position again. grab the foot, stretch. Great. And now the stretch, the hips. Good, good. Relax. Now hold one leg. Change the other side. Open up the position and down. Okay, great. Now bend the knees, grab the feet this way, grab the ankles. Try to keep your torso up when you do this and stretch. If you look at me from a side, I'm trying to get my back straight and bend the elbows, pushing the inside between the legs. Great. And now let's interrupt this stretching with some abdominals. I'm going to do this exercise. So with the bent legs, I'm lifting my torso up this way and back. So I'm bringing the torso up, try to keep the legs straight, and I change the position of my feet every 10 exercises. I'll do 40 of these. Okay, follow me please. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. I think I've done 40. Wasn't counting with a lot of attention. Okay, so from this position now, I do it at an angle so you can see what I'm doing. The idea is both legs are flat, yeah, no gap underneath. I'm grabbing one leg, holding the knee down, lift the heel off the ground. That's the idea. And same on the other side. Good. And then both hands. Excellent. Now some press-ups, which are good for your shoulders, your arms, to get power behind your arms. I'm going to do just 20 standard press-ups, or let's do a variation today. So an interesting variation for press-ups is when you do them with joint hands. Okay, if you do them with joint hands, it's a lot harder on your triceps because there is less involvement of your pectorals. So let's try this. And also you keep your feet slightly more apart, because if you do them with your feet like this, you might tip over. Okay, so 20 of these. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Stretch. Okay, good. One more stretching in this direction. Open up. Down. Between the legs. Then to hold one leg, grab the foot with both hands. And the other side. Okay, open up a bit more. Down. Okay, excellent. Close, tap, tap. Point the feet in this position and this. Excellent. Okay, so I hope you're warmed up. If you're not, maybe next time you can start a few minutes early and do some extra exercise. For me, this is just about enough to be ready. Okay, so today I'm going to work on some new, well, every technique that we apply and we use in kickboxing more or less has been explained in the previous technique, in the previous sessions. So what I'm going to do today is start to work on new applications. So on Thursday last week we worked on the front stance and explained the various principles of using the front stance, which allows you to use the full range of punches available to us, plus very powerful kicks with the rear leg, front kick, round kick, nominally. Obviously you can do just about every kick. Okay, so today I'm going to explain in more detail the cat stance, which a lot of people don't use properly, and that is causing them a lot of deficiencies in the way they do it. So the first thing to remember about the cat stance, if I'm facing you, my feet are in this position. That's why in Taekwondo they call it L stance, because if you look down at your feet, at least when you're left in front, you have an L shape of your feet. The very, very important thing about cat stance is, first of all, is that your hip is nearly turned, your hips are nearly pointing toward your opponent. Okay, there's no point having a cat stance like this, with your hips pointing like this, okay? So, the weight is on the rear leg. I show it sideways. The weight is on the rear leg. That means I have my left hand, my front leg, nice and light. It allows me to use the leg like a jab, you know, front kick, round kick, axe kick. Every technique that comes from the front stance, like this, from the cat stance like this, are very fast, bam, very, very pulsy, you know, boom. They're not very powerful, but they can be. If you're stopping an opponent stepping toward you like this, boom, it's got some effect. Okay, so cat stance. The feet are aligned. Do not have your feet like this, otherwise it's useless. Have your hip in a way that is very much pointing there. So that means that from here, the stance can turn into a side stance with a tiny little rotation of your front foot, and the leg goes accordingly. Okay? If you are like this, that means your hips turn, therefore, you know, you're very vulnerable. So if I'm in this position and I kick you, your power, let's say you're stepping forward, yeah, I get turned. So if I'm in this position and I push, then I get turned. If I'm in this position and my hips are properly turned, the moment I connect, the energy goes toward my other hip. So I can, well, I might bounce back if the person is running toward me, yeah, but I'm not going to turn and twist. So that's the important thing. If you are in cat stance, your hands are quite limited. The only thing you can do in cat stance is little jabs, the back fist, the knife hand, but every technique that might come, any powerful technique, your cross, your hook, just don't work if you are in this position. You don't have the rotation, you don't have the back hip to push. Therefore, it's important that you are good at switching. So you might do a front kick with the front leg, then you switch and use your rear hand and your rear leg accordingly. Okay, so if you are in cat stance, your stepping forward sequence is this: open, close, open, close. And if you deliver a kick at the end of it, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If I'm stepping backward because the opponent is already too close, I want to stop him. Step, kick, step, kick, step, kick. Now repeat on the other side. Again, hip point in there, foot in front of the heel, stepping forward, kick, stepping forward, kick, stepping backward, kick, stepping backward, kick. Simple. Simple, but very prone to mistakes. A lot of people don't get it. And if they don't get it, it doesn't work. So, as I said, the cat stance is a good position to use when you're trying to keep your opponent away. You know that your opponent must step forward, and from this position you want to be very defensive. You might want to use your axe kick. So it can be a step forward, little front kick to stop your opponent, jab, front kick, step backward, axe kick. These sort of mechanical movements are very, very easy once your technique and your position is correct. You don't need much movement, okay? Same the other side, so I can go pam, 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 pam. I've done these techniques already without explaining them, but you see, front kick, jab, axe is one of my favorites because it's all straight. You do it by keeping your body weight backward, yeah, front, jab, axe. You don't need to move back and forth. Very important to keep your weight backward. So that's the cat stance. I hope it's all clear. By all means, anything is not clear, leave a comment at the end of this session or during this session. I won't read it while I'm recording, but by all means I will read every comment you leave, hopefully positive or questions, and I will reply to you directly or directly on the video. So it's like a mini forum. You ask a question, I answer, everybody can read it. So that is it. Another thing I wanted to introduce today, which I have started on Thursday last week, is the other concept of double kicks. So we've done double kicks, the same kick with the same leg. So we've done a round kick last time, boom, boom. Yeah, now I'm not warmed up yet, so I'm doing it slowly. So the idea of using the leg to do a double technique, yeah? So from this position, boom, boom. As I said, I'm not warmed up, so I'm going slowly, boom, boom. Now, in a few techniques, I should be okay. So let's work now on another technique, which is with two different techniques, double. So to do a front kick, followed by a round kick. I'm doing this slowly for you to see. So the idea from cat stance is this: I'm using my jab to keep you busy, to keep your attention toward my hands, and then I use a front kick at the stomach or the chest, and then as soon as you're blocking the front kick or you lower your guard to block the front kick, I turn and I kick you around the face with a round kick. So from here, boom, boom. Yeah, and again, boom, boom. I'm doing it slowly for you to see my movement. The key movement here is this. It's not this, so you don't just pull the leg backward in front kick position, but you twist your body into a round kick position while you're coming back from the first one. Boom, and then, okay? So from here, boom, yes, from here, boom, boom. Now, once I'm warmed up, it's gonna be easier. Boom, boom. Yes, you'll see in a few minutes once the technique works. Okay, so I'm still stretching. I'm still in this position. Nice and relaxed. Stretch, stretch. Good, good. So let's work now some combinations. So again, I'll do some shadow boxing now, just so that you can see a few techniques. I'll warm up with the weights on, so that if you can follow me, we'll do a few tenths of a second, a minute, minute and a half of work. Just relax when you do this. Don't throw hard techniques, particularly don't throw hard techniques against pieces of furniture because they break your feet. So we're gonna go some jab crosses. Yeah, boom, boom. I can see myself against the TV. For me, it's very important to be in front of a mirror or anything that reflects your body, so you can see the coordination. Yes, I throw random kicks in this combination, so it's easier for me to work out the position. Extend the kick. Now change position, because as kickboxers I encourage people to work on both guards, both right and left. Therefore you should be able to work out both positions. The jab comes from the right in this case, but I can kick with the rear leg. I can kick spinning. I'm using up the space here, which is quite limited. Now, if I was sparring for real, I wouldn't use many of these techniques, but it is a useful exercise to warm up every part of your body. I don't do knees, but the knees are useful as well. Good, good. Good. Okay, so let's now do some proper techniques. Right. So, first technique, we'll get back into do a proper 8 repetition per leg. So from this position, cat stance, I'm going to do front kick followed by round kick. Ideally the front kick is medium height, chest or stomach. The round kick goes to the face. Okay, let's go. So 1, 2, you go sideways, 3, 4, and you say 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I change leg, same thing. So 1, 2, sideways, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. And good. Okay. Now, let's do a combination that involves double punches. So, boxers do use double punches depending on the school. Some of them do, some of them don't. They keep alternating punches. So, let's work nice and gently on combinations that involve 2 punches. So, jab, jab, for example. The idea is jab, jab, to step in twice and deliver power 2. It's not 1, 2. It's 1, 2. Following up the punch with 2 little steps. Okay, so I'm going to go forward, double jab, 1, 2, step it backward, 1, 2. Yeah? 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I speed it up a bit. 1, backward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now change leg, same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Good. So, in the same way, I can do jab hook, a long hook with a little catch up. So from this position, step in, jab, step in, hook. By all means, think about the hook is a shorter punch. So if I do this, this will never hit. So I need to step in first, 1, and second, 2. But keep the weight on the rear leg when you do the hook. Yes? So from here, 1, 2. And again, 1, 2, 1, 2. Backward. 1, 2, 1, 2. 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. 5, 1, 2, 1, 2. 6, 1, 2, 1, 2. Change leg. Same thing on the other side. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good and good. Excellent. Okay, so now I'm going to do again front kick, round kick, followed by jab, cross hook. So the idea is, actually, let's just jump into it with a cross. So the idea, this is a technique that you would do very often in a semi-contact context from a cat stand. So you go bam bam and then boom, follow up with cross. Okay, so from here, 1, 2, 3. And again. And again. Change legs, same thing on the other side. Good. Good. let's do some tactic work now. So let's assume we have an opponent stepping forward, okay? The idea is I'm blocking, but if I keep moving forward, backward, I will eventually hit the ropes. However big your ring is, it's not very huge. So the idea is to control your opponent, block, and then come out at the corner and do a little jab. Okay, so if I'm in left in front, I will turn. If I turn toward my left, so in a clockwise turning, then with a two-step process I can do. So I'm forward, block, backward, and I'm turning 90 degrees. So the opponent is moving forward, and I can punch him. Yes, and again, backward, change, and again, backward, change. If I'm turning right, I'm in a counterclockwise, anti-clockwise. It's three-step process. So it's 1, 2, 3. Okay. So again, I'm moving backward, out. Backward, out. The idea is as soon as you're out of the opponent is moving in this direction, as soon as you come out of their way, then you punch them or you kick them, by all means. So that's more or less the idea. Let's do it forward, front stance again. So from here, I'm blocking, turning, one step, two steps, forward, backward, stance. Backward, stance. Now if I go this way, it's two steps, so 1, 2, 3, and again, 1, 2, 3. Good. So that is more or less what I wanted to do today. We will work on other punches next time, like the jab hook, the jab uppercut, for example. We're gonna work on one of my favorite combinations. I'll show it to you now, which is the hook round kick. So with the same leg, boom, boom. Yes, it's a beautiful technique. If you got the flexibility to allow this to happen, you need to be in a nice side stance, hook, followed by round kick. We will work on it on Thursday, in 2 days' time. In the meantime, I will now cool down. Please, I do appreciate these are fairly short lessons compared to the hour and a half we have at the moment, we have currently at CARISMA. But for me, it's a good way to stretch and warm up, and I hope these are little nuggets of techniques which allow you to work out. By all means, if you want a longer warm up, a longer technique, you can follow this session and then you can rewind it and do it again, or you can go back. In the previous 3 weeks I've done lots of different sessions with lots of different workouts. So what I'll do now is I do a bit of stretching here. And down. Okay, just the last recommendation before I go. Please take a picture of yourself while you're working out and post it as a comment on one of these videos. I would really appreciate it. Or a mini video, or if you're training with another member of your family, take each other's videos or pictures, or put the phone against whatever, if you're watching this on a computer, on a desk, if you put your phone facing yourself in a selfie mode and take a mini video, just a second or two is enough. Or if you don't fancy having it public on my posts, just send it to me via messenger. I'm more than happy just to see what you've done. I always add a tag to these posts, to these videos, which is kickboxing versus coronavirus, spelled out, apart from versus is VS, so kickboxing VS coronavirus hashtag. If you please use that to spread the message, not the virus, spread the message and share these videos for me, please. I would appreciate it. And thank you very much for following me. And hopefully I'll see you again here on Thursday. which is going to be the 16th November. Thank you very much.